UiPath has been supporting hundreds of insurers through the digital transformation. In their vision, the future of insurance is about AI and intelligent automation. Today, they will present us an overview of automation trends in the industry and explain how insurers can stay ahead of the game. Please welcome to the stage, UiPath.
So, good afternoon. Hope you enjoyed your lunch and the sun. My name is John Kelleher. I'm the Vice President for Strategic Engagement at UiPath. In fact, it's quite a new role for me. I only joined 5 weeks ago. Prior to that, I spent 11 years in front office transformation at Salesforce. And I moved into automation for two reasons. The first one being just so inspired by the level of technology innovation that's happening in around AI, robotic process automation, human emulation, and the convergence across those things. And secondly, it's the speed at which the business case for automation can be realized. You know, you don't have to go through multi-year, complex change programs, rip and replace technology to realize that business case, because automation sits in and around your existing infrastructure, your existing applications. So I couldn't be happier to be at UiPath. UiPath couldn't be happier to be a sponsor of DIA this week, because insurance is one of 5 very strategic focus industries for us. So why is automation so relevant to insurance? Well, we firmly believe, because of those technology innovations that I mentioned, the future of work is being profoundly affected. And we truly believe that intelligent automation, plus incredible talent, plus motivation, is the ingredient for a successful future. And McKinsey tell us that by 2030, 40% of all of your processes in insurance will be automated. And I guess you're all starting to see that today as you embark upon your automation journeys. And typically the business case for automation is built on cost out, it's built on productivity improvement. But more importantly, on the left-hand side of this screen, we're starting to see a business case for growth optimization, customer satisfaction, NPS. Regulation and compliance is huge. Think about those manual processes with human intervention, and then think about automating those processes and building automation into the compliance, building compliance into that automation. And then workforce experience. Zurich is one of our customers. They've rolled out an automation strategy to automate those mundane, repeatable, boring tasks so their workforce can focus on more innovative, exciting, inspiring activities. So many reasons why automation is so relevant today. If you think about the how and what do UiPath do? Well, if you know UiPath, you probably know us for robotic process automation. That's our very proud heritage. But today we've built out this end-to-end platform that starts with Discover. We can capture all those amazing automation ideas that your workforce come up with. We can score them, we can grade them, we can prioritize them. We can do process mining. We can identify those processes that should be automated and those which shouldn't. And then we can build these really complex automations to support your end-to-end back-end processes. Or through citizen development, really simple automations that scale very rapidly across your whole workforce. So huge amounts of benefit there. And as you scale your automation strategies, you'll want to orchestrate, manage, and govern that estate. And our platform can help with that. And finally, we call it human in the loop. You'll want your human workforce to be interacting with your automations in a really effective way. And there's a huge amount of innovation and activity happening there. And as our customers start to adopt these technologies, what they're delivering is data-driven insight, automation of these end-to-end orchestrations, and improved collaboration across that complete value chain, from your customer to your insurer and to your reinsurer. And that's really difficult to do today because of the complexity of your existing environments. So think about your application landscape, your data sources. On average, we hear that 175 plus enterprise applications, and you're probably all sitting there thinking, I wish it was only 175. But when you think about those processes, those end-to-end processes, and the need to orchestrate across those applications, across those data sources, through those applications, it creates what we see as this linkage burden. And to be honest, today, of course, API technology is playing a part in trying to solve that linkage burden. But still today, it's a huge amount of human intervention which actually is involved in that. And that human intervention creates a real drag effect, a drag on speed, a drag on effectiveness, a drag on the quality of the work being done, and a drag on innovation. So at UiPath, we've been innovating for the last 15 years at the bleeding edge of things around human emulation. We've got over 90 patents, and we're very proud of that, particularly when we think about taking artificial intelligence, building that into computer vision, building that into document understanding. So our technology is getting to the point now, it's almost cognitive in the way it behaves, so it can see and understand the user interface. It can make decisions based on the business logic we've built into the automation, based on the machine learning. And because it's machine learning, of course, the more the automations run, the faster they get, the more accurate they get, the more data and insight you can derive from that automation. And it can act. It can send data into other systems. It can put information into that user interface. It can make decisions as part of that overall workflow process. And when you think about all of those things being applied to your end-to-end processes, actually what we're starting to create is this concept of an intelligent automation layer. And it's that intelligent automation layer that overcomes a lot of those challenges that we talked about with this linkage burden. It can be faster. It can be more accurate. We can drive more innovation. Really importantly, and almost a byproduct, you're taking that knowledge from your workers' heads and you're building it into these automations. So that tacit knowledge becomes institutional knowledge. And the benefits of that are significant. And so one of our customers we're very, very proud to talk about is Generali. And they've kind of taken the leading path on their automation strategy. They've delivered 80 million euros of savings today on the back of automation. They've got 7,000 employees trained up on citizen development. They've got over 1,000 processes automated today. And they're doubling down even further. So for them, automation forms part of their overall digital strategy, a strategy that aims to deliver world-class experiences for their customers, for their partners, and for their employees. And when you look into their automation strategy, they've got 4 key focus areas. One is about staying ahead of technology innovation, the sort of things I've already talked about. 2 is about having C-suite governance. So it's driven C-suite down with clear and measurable KPIs. The third area is around convergence of capability. So they've now built this center of excellence that enables the execution of automations at scale, but with control and with orchestration. And convergence of technology, so onto platforms like UiPath for their end-to-end automation. And the final component, which is the one I love, they're building automation into the culture of their workforce with the goal of going from 80 million to 125 million of savings in the next 2 years. So listen, don't listen to me about it. Come along tomorrow at 9:20. It will be in the deep dive room across the hallway. And listen to Generali themselves, who will be there with Elaine Mannix, our head of insurance, to talk about this automation journey that they're on. There's a Q&A in our sitting room that sits just outside this door on the right. Don't all turn up, it's quite small, but we'd love to see a lot of you there. And then if you click on that QR code on the right, you'll get all the information about those events, but also some of the case studies associated with that Generali. Some of those 1,000 processes that have been automated, they've got case studies in there about that. So I'd really encourage you to download that information. So thank you so much for your time. Very quick, but love to see most of you tomorrow at 9:20 across the hallway. Thank you very much.